Hey guys, welcome back to Toto Capital. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a complete step-by-step guide on a SMC, a smart money concept, daily and 4-hour strategy. I'm going to run through every single rule set step by step so you have a clear understanding of how to execute this extremely profitable strategy. I'm also going to cover some risk management towards the end on exactly what you need to implement in order to transform your trading career. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this video because I know your time is very, very valuable. So over here on the right is the exact step-by-step guide right here, and I'm going to cover every single step so it is very quantifiable and very objective, and we have a very rule-based approach when we are executing within the markets. Because I think when you first start off, as a new trader or just a trader in general, it's extremely important that you have a specific rule-based approach in order to execute within the markets. So let's just jump straight in. This is Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. What you can see here is step number 1 of our rules here is find the general trend. Find the general trend. So we do that on the 4-hour time frame by simply zooming out. Okay, let's just remove everything right here. And you can see when we zoom out, price is moving from top left to bottom right. So just in terms of a general trend, you can see we are moving from top left to bottom right. That indicates to us that we are in a downtrend. So just in terms of a general macro perspective, we are expecting price to continue further to the downside, just in terms of a general approach. So that's step number 1. Identify the general trend. When you zoom out on the 4-hour, are we moving sort of top left to bottom right? If so, we're in a downtrend. Are we moving bottom left to top right? If so, we are in an uptrend. If we're not doing either, the market is more than likely consolidating. So quite important, find your general trend. In this example, clearly the macro trend is to the downside on the 4-hour time frame. Step number 2 is to identify our daily fair value gap for our directional bias. So a daily fair value gap just gives us an overview of where price is more likely to head. Okay, so for example, if we've got a bearish fair value gap, that indicates that price sped up from that area, and that is where the sellers did actually step into the market. So think of a fair value gap as literally an area of resistance. Therefore, like in this example here, you can see we've created a daily fair value gap. So when we pop over to the daily, let's pop over right here and zoom in. You can see we've created a daily fair value gap to the downside. So let's just pop that on and mark this on for you guys, just so it's very, very simple. So this area right here is a daily fair value gap, okay? And what makes this simple to identify is it's a 3-candle pattern. So this is candle number 1 right here. This is candle number 1, candle number 2, and candle number 3. Okay, so just in terms of the 3-candle pattern, you've got to ask yourself, is the first candle's low, this right here, is the first candle's low? Is there a gap between the first candle's low and the third candle's high? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So we can identify a daily fair value gap to the downside, indicating our bias, which is sells to the downside. So we understand we are sell bias on this market. Now we need to drop down to the 4-hour time frame where we can identify a buildup of liquidity above or below a fair value gap. And that sounds quite complicated, but let me simplify that for you because it is actually very, very simple. So this is the daily fair value gap. We've identified that our general trend is sells. We've identified a daily fair value gap to the downside. That is how we sort of pinpoint an entry, and then how we really, really refine an entry is on the 4-hour time frame where we identify a buildup of liquidity. So what is a buildup of liquidity? Simply put, it's sort of highs that are resting above the fair value gap, either in the form of wicks or order blocks. So for example, right here, you can see we've got a wick here before we sold off aggressively to the downside. Okay, so this is a form of liquidity. Understand that buyers, sort of the buy stops, are going to be resting above this level right here. I can also see another level of liquidity right here in the form of this wick. Okay, so these are two potential areas where we would expect price to reverse from, because these are areas of liquidity. Okay, understand this from an institutional perspective. They cannot just sell at the fair value gap. Okay, they need to create liquidity in the form of these liquidity areas. What I mean is, where are retail or where are people going to be trapped in the market? They're going to be trapped when we come above right here. That will induce traders to go long in this market. Therefore, that will allow institutions to be able to sell into them buy orders. So this provides the liquidity right here and the fuel in order to move the market in the intended direction. So we've identified here the buildup of liquidity above the fair value gap. So in this example, we're looking for sells. So the buildup of liquidity needs to be above the fair value gap. Okay. One thing to note is always enter a limit order on the first buildup of liquidity. Okay, because we do not know if we're going to sweep, this first high. We don't know if we're going to sweep this first high or if we're going to sweep the second high as well, because price could just push up, tag this liquidity area right here, and then sell off. Okay, and if that did that, and you were aiming for higher premium prices right here, then you would have missed that trade. You would have missed that trade if we were just tagged in right here and then sold off aggressively. So it's very important to enter on the first buildup of liquidity, because we don't know if we're going to get these higher liquidity runs as well. But it's important maybe to note that we're going to cover that liquidity area anyway with a stop loss, but we want to be conservative with our entries, because I want to make sure that I'm tagged in this trade short, and that I'm not looking for a higher liquidity sweep, because and we end up missing the trade. Okay, so always take the first logical area of liquidity. So that is number 4, which is a sell limit order at the identified area. So the identified area is this liquidity point right here. And then in terms of a quantifiable valid logical stop, number 5, basically we want to cover this liquidity sweep here. Of course, that looks way too tight in terms of a stop loss. So a logical stop to me looks like just above this resistance area right here. So not only have we gave the trade room to breathe, we've also got it above this resistance area right here. And then you have to ask yourself, number 6, can we get at least a 1-to-1 down to the low? I mean, at least a 1 to 1.5 would be great, but can we get a 1-to-1 down to the low? That makes sense on this market. Okay, so yes, we can. Of course we can right here. We're going to be looking to target this low. We've actually got around a 1-to-2 risk to reward on this trade. Okay, let me just mark on the daily fair value gap. So that's this gray shaded area right here, which is our bias. Okay, just play price on. You can see we're triggered short in this trade right here, and let's play this out. You see price is playing around a little bit, and then ultimately the 1-to-2 was hit on this trade. Okay, so that is the rule-based approach right here, and this, I'm sure, will change your whole perception of how you trade smart money concepts. So just to recap, we've got number 1, which is finding the general trend. Find the general trend. Number 2, identify a daily fair value gap in that direction. So right here, you can see this is the gray shaded area. We identified our daily fair value gap. Number 3, identify a buildup of liquidity above or below the fair value gap. In this example, because we're looking for shorts, we need a buildup of liquidity above the daily fair value gap, which is this right here. So this is the buildup of liquidity right here. Okay. And number 4, we need to set a limit order at the identified area of where the liquidity was built up. Okay. Step number 5, we need a quantifiable, valid logical stop. So, because we identify we could have swept this liquidity as well, which we actually did in this example, we actually did sweep that liquidity. We need a valid stop above there because this is way too tight of a stop. So give it some room to breathe. Okay. It's very, very important because a lot of traders have extremely tight stop losses and show like a 1 to 20 risk to reward when, in reality, that is not trading. Okay. That is just absolute bullshit on the screen, and nobody is predicting price movements with extreme volatility in the markets with that much accuracy. Okay, so anybody that says that, there may be the odd person out there, but in my opinion, most of it's bullshit. And then in terms of risk management, 1 to 2% risk per trade, ensure that is what you're using. Anything more is essentially gambling and you're fully leveraging, unless you're on like a personal account where you're happy to take on the risk. Okay, but for the most part, 1 to 2% risk per trade is logical, and avoid trading multiple pairs with the same currency. May be overexposed due to correlation. So, guys, don't over leverage, because if you're trading 2 USD pairs in the same direction, you're essentially taking the same bet, leverage it up. Okay, if you're using 2% on each, you're essentially taking a 4% bet on one trade because of the correlation between the dollar, for example. So always be cognizant and mindful of trading multiple pairs within the same direction. Okay, so this is my SMC daily and 4-hour strategy. This is my complete step-by-step breakdown in a quantifiable and logical way. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I do have a free Discord in the description of this video, so make sure to check out that Discord for free setups and analysis as well. I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.